Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you guys were here a couple of weeks ago, then you know that I was very against fall decorating, especially doing it super early. But now that it's September, fall officially starts in 1 week. In case you didn't know, the first day of fall is actually this coming Monday, September 22nd. So I think it's time that I finally embrace the new season. I am really in the mood for a PSL or a pumpkin spice matcha. The air outside is definitely getting chillier and I am so ready for like cardigan season. I've had a few DIYs just floating around that I've been meaning to do, and I think fall time is the perfect time to try them out. And you can tell from the title, we are heading to IKEA to get this done. I do have a little bit of a theme going on for this video, so when we're there, I want you guys to guess what the theme is based on what I put in my basket. Let's go to IKEA and get everything that we need. Lately, I've been lighting my candles every single day, and I think it's because the sun is setting earlier, so I just want things to feel cozier. I've also been loving using matches. I actually just got a bunch gifted along with a beautiful candle, so I'm using those up. I wanted to find the perfect matchstick holder for them, but of course I can't just have any holders, so we went to IKEA. I found this glass container. So this is actually in their bathroom section. It has this beautiful ribbing on it. I love the shape of it, and the way that they styled it, you could actually use these separately and use this top part as a tray. So I like that it's versatile, but what I was thinking was to put the matches in here and then put a striker on this bottom part so that every single time I use one, I could just strike it right here. I feel like if you looked at this, you really wouldn't be able to tell that this was from IKEA, and it was $8, so very affordable. So this is the base, and my design for this is very heavily inspired by these astrology themed ones. But we can't just leave it like this. I want to tint the glass to something a little bit more fun and colorful. Usually when I do this technique, I go for more of an amber glass, but this time around, I'm gonna try doing a dark green tint. I feel like that's been really popular for fall. My favorite way to do it is with some Mod Podge and some food coloring. The process for this is super simple. You just wanna take the Mod Podge and mix some food coloring in, adding in as much or as little as you want, depending on how much tint you want. I kind of just eyeball it until I get the color that I like, but this is kind of a guessing game because you won't really know what it looks like until it dries down. And because of that, I always like to add more food coloring in to make sure that it gets a really nice dark tint. These are completely cooled down now. The color turned out perfect, exactly the green that I was going for. There is a little bit of splotchiness where I didn't get it super even, but honestly, it still looks really good, especially like this. Cannot even tell. So if it's not 100% perfect, do not worry about it because it'll still look great from the outside. My plan is to do a design on the center part, so I'm gonna sand it down so that we can prep it for paint. I went into this with a rough idea of what I wanted to do, but until I actually get that paintbrush into my hands, I don't know what is going to happen. So I just went with the flow and I just kept adding and building upon it until it felt right. So I'm a Cancer crab and we are known to be very emotional, which I'm definitely guilty of, especially lately because if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I made an announcement that we are moving, which is honestly so crazy to finally tell you guys. We're gonna get into more of that in the next video coming coming out, so keep your eyes peeled. But yeah, the move is happening. Things are changing up around here and we are so excited. I've just been juggling projects and editing and I'm starting to take stuff down and we're putting things back to how they were when we moved in. So at this point, I kind of feel like a moving pro, but I already know it's going to be a little bit stressful. So I'm really glad that I'm taking the time to slow down and make these projects, and they're bringing me so much peace while creating them. Lately, I've been getting some really nice compliments about my outfit, so I really appreciate it. You guys know that I love to dress for comfort, especially while I'm working on projects and DIYs, and I have been living in these Halara pants lately. Halara is so kindly sponsoring today's video. I'm already such a big fan of them, and I'm excited to show you guys some of my favorites as well as some new pieces that I picked up. You've probably heard of Halara before because their pieces have gone viral. They are a leisure brand that infuses activewear into everyday apparel. So you'll notice that a lot of their pieces have a bit of stretch to them, which I really love. They have them in the flowy palazzo pants that I'm wearing. I love them so much that I got them in the maple syrup color, and I love that you can dress these up or dress these down and you guys can see how flowy it is. And the material has a lot of stretch to it, so not only is it super cute, but it's also very, very comfortable. The quality is really nice. I think everything is pretty fairly priced and everything has been true to size so far. I'm usually a medium and all the pieces that I got from them are medium and they fit perfect. Some of my favorites from them are their leggings. They are so buttery soft. They have pockets. And if you like a lot of support in the midsection like I do, I love this like thick band that they have. So these are great for working out, and they also have a flared pair, which I love for the airport, and they are also very, very cute for just like everyday wear. This year we started playing pickleball, so I've been loving tennis courts, and this one is definitely my favorite. These have been my go-to. They have built-in shorts. They also come in so many different colors. I just went for the black, but when the blue comes back in stock, I'm definitely gonna get that. Okay, this piece I'm really excited about. Are you guys ready? Look at this jumpsuit. These are the cutest, most comfortable overalls. They're also very lightweight, which I really appreciate because when I wear overalls, they can get a little bit heavy on your shoulders, but this is perfect. And there are pockets. You can tell that they put a lot of thought into their pieces, and that is because they do a lot of testing. And you guys can actually test out their pieces for free with Halara Circle. By joining, you'll get a first look and feel of their latest designs for free in exchange for your honest feedback. I've never seen a brand do this before, so it is really unique, and you can just tell that they want their customers to shape the brand. And if you want to try out Halara for yourself, they actually gave me a 20% off discount code for you guys, so you can click on my link down below to shop. I'll also link all the pieces that I shared down below in case any of you guys want to match with me. One thing that I really love about IKEA is that they have a huge section just dedicated to candles. So I picked up a couple of options for this project. This set is actually from their new fall collection. So these, oh, I thought they were scented. These are not scented, but they are colorful and really cute. And I picked these up because they were on sale and I was looking for a taller pillar candle with coloring, and this was like the only option that they had. In case you didn't catch on yet, the theme of this video is all about candles. I did not realize that these were all candle related, but I really wanted to try out this project idea. So I first saw these candles pop up on Instagram. I thought they were so beautiful. They're very unique, very sculptural. And honestly, these are the kind of candles that you don't want to burn because they are so beautiful and also so expensive. So I wanted to try my hand at carving some myself using some more inexpensive options. And I also just want to use whatever I can find around the house. I don't want to have to find extra tools to do this project. So let's see what we can find and what will actually work to carve these. In here, I have my X-Acto knife. I also have scissors, so maybe those will work. I also also have some utility knives in my tool stash, so let's try this out as well. I'm gonna do a test first with this smaller candle to see what actually carves into it. No, this is not a fully wax candle. Why, IKEA? This is one of my clay tools, and it actually carves really well into this. What about an X-Acto? X-Acto works really nice. Well, now that I know that all these tools work, I'm actually gonna get started on carving it. My plan was to carve this big one because the original inspo looks pretty tall, but now that I know that it's white on the inside, it's just not gonna look as cool. So I guess I'll have to do it on one of these shorter ones because these ones are actually fully colored versus these. What the heck? Guys, this IKEA candle is like dipped on the outside and the inside is this. I don't think this is gonna work. So after spiraling for like 30 minutes over this, I decided I'm going to order new candles where I'm gonna carve into the sculpture, but I'm still gonna use up these candles and carve them with the design because I think that will still look really pretty. Obviously, this is not ideal, but I am not going to quit. I still wanna make it happen. So I will check back in a couple of days when the new candles arrive. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty bummed out that this didn't work how I had planned it. Honestly, didn't think I was gonna run into a problem like this, but I'm just gonna take this as a sign from the DIY gods that it's for character development. So you win some and you lose some, but once I got in the new candles, oh my gosh, you guys, this was so exciting for me. So I did the carving technique and everything went according to plan. It was actually very therapeutic. This really made me wanna learn how to carve wood, so maybe I'll do that in the future. And I'm so glad that I didn't give up and got the right materials to make this happen because now I have 2 different candles that look absolutely beautiful and I learned some new ways to DIY. For this next project, I actually had to go into the children's section at IKEA because they have the cutest little ceramic play sets. So I've had this photo pinned on my Pinterest board for a while. I was planning on making it with clay, but when I saw these at IKEA, I thought that they would be perfect. They are these teeny tiny little teacups and saucers, and you can also buy this cute little teapot. I love the colors that this came in. They're in this beautiful pastel color, and I saw a sign in stores that said this was the last chance to buy these, so I guess they're discontinuing them super soon. So if you can get your hands on these, I would totally recommend because you can use these in so many different ways. I'm going to show you guys my ideas on how you can use these for your table settings or just for your regular decor. So I got 2 sets of the teacups, and my plan with this is just to add a pattern on all the plates and all the saucers. I want them to feel very whimsical, and I am going to keep the original colors because I love the colors all together. And to paint on them, I'm using some paint markers. These are multi-surface, and you could also bake them so that they last longer on the ceramic. Okay, let's get started because I am so excited to give these a little makeover and make them even cuter than they already are. You guys know that I love a project where I get to draw teeny tiny things. So with this one, I just let myself play with colors and patterns patterns and just create something fun. I went onto Pinterest just to get some inspiration, but I feel like I was very much inspired by scrapbook papers, which I absolutely adored scrapbooking growing up. And I'm really happy to see it getting popular again in the form of junk journaling. I definitely have been slacking on my journaling this year, so I need to get back to it. I feel like lately I've been embracing DIYing and crafting things that just bring me joy. Like, not everything has to look high-end and chic and luxury. You can DIY for the sake of DIYing, and that is just something that I've been trying not to pressure myself to focus on, but instead just working on projects that really fill my cup. Top coat is on. These are very durable now, and they're definitely giving me like Mad Hatter tea party vibes. I'm imagining a couple of different ways that you can style this. So you can just stack these two on top of each other and then put a tea light candle or a taper candle inside. These will fit both, which is really, really nice. You can do the cup and the saucer, or you can do a bunch of cups stacked together. Or you can also do the cup and the saucer and then do another saucer and a teacup, and that will look so cute. These are so versatile, and I love the idea of mixing and matching and just playing around with different configurations and styling it however you want. Alright you guys, those were all the projects for today's video. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Mine is a toss-up between the match holder and the little teacups. They are both very different aesthetics from each other, but I love how they came out. And the carving was a little bit of a fail, but I'm glad that we redeemed ourselves. I definitely learned a lot from that project, and I think it's so cool that you can actually carve candles with just a pencil. So I hope you guys try out at least one of these ideas. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below, and also subscribe if you haven't already. There are lots of new videos to come, and if you want to see more from me, you can follow me over on Instagram, where I post every single day. Alright, so that is it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay inspired, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!